How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a new battle with the Iron Jugulis team, so hopefully it goes well. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. There's also a copy and paste of the team in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one, and with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, today we have a battle versus Steven886 from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. Looking at his team, he's got a lot of threats. We've got the Iron Valiant, the Dragonite, the Quaquaval. Garchomp's probably going to be a Stealth Rock Spike setup. Gholdengo likely going to be Scarf looking at the team. And Chien-Pao, which is obviously a big threat. So I think looking at their team, they probably lead with Garchomp. So I might just lead off with Dragapult just to get the go ahead on that. I think that's probably a good idea. Oh, we'd lead with Rotom. I think we lead with Rotom and get the burn on something. I think that's probably the best idea. And the battle begins. So Steven over there is going to lead off with the Gholdengo as we lead off with the Rotom. Now, we are especially defensive Rotom, so we don't have to worry too much about this. We can just go straight for the Hydro Pump if we want to, just to get some damage off, or we can go for a Volt Switch. I think I will go for a Volt Switch this turn. I don't think they'll go into Garchomp hard, because obviously I could go for a Hydro Pump quite easily. They go for a Shadow Ball. That's going to sting a little bit, but we'll be able to get a good grasp of what set it is based on the damage, and I would say that's probably Choice Scarfed. Based on the damage output. So knowing they're going to go for a Shadow Ball next, because they kind of have to, we've got to get a good jump on this thing. So we could go into our Robolove. We outspeed. We can go for a Dark Pulse. Alternatively, we could. No, I think that's probably the best bet, right? Dark Pulse is going to hit everything really hard, even the Chien-Pao. So I think we go into that and go for a Dark Pulse here. So let's go into Robolove real quick. There we go. Nice and shiny. Look at that beauty. It's so cool, so colorful. Let's go for a Dark Pulse real quick. They're going to withdraw the Gholdengo. What they're going to go into is take a Dark Pulse. If they go into the Iron Valiant, it should get two-shotted, but Garchomp comes in, which is fair enough. Garchomp, what kind of set are you running? So we'll go for a Dark Pulse, see how much damage we're doing. It's a clean 3-8 KO. I might just go for another Dark Pulse, to be honest with you, because they're probably going to go for a Stealth Rocks, right? So let's go for another Dark Pulse and just get some damage off on this Garchomp. There we go. Dark Pulse comes through once again. Does a nice solid amount of damage. They get the Stealth Rocks up, which is absolutely fine by me. As long as we get the KO on the Garchomp, it's going to be great. So they get the Stealth Rocks up, which is unfortunate, but we can get rid of them later. And we're going to go for a Dark Pulse again. As they do withdraw the Garchomp, what are they going to go into this time? The Quaquaval? Maybe the Quaquaval. Iron Valiant comes in. Now, Iron Valiant has pretty low special defense, so this should still sting quite a bit, as it does not as much damage as I thought it would, to be honest with you. So what we can do now is we can go back into the Rotom, because these things 9 times out of 10, they're special, like special Scarf. I don't think they'll be Scarfed because the Gholdengo was clearly Scarfed. I think they might be Spec, so we might get a KO on the Rotom right now. There we go. Going to withdraw Robolove, the Iron Jugulis, and we're going to go into our Rotom again. If Rotom goes down, it's not the biggest deal in the world. They probably will go down this turn, which is like fair enough. You know, what can you do? They go for a Moonblast as expected. It takes us out as a crit, which means we can't scout to see what kind of set it was, which is really unfortunate, but we can just go into our Iron Moth. We can go into our Volcarona now and get some damage off on something else, which would be great. Not a lot on their team wants to switch into Volcarona, other than maybe the Dragonite. So I'm actually half tempted to go for a Hurricane instead. I think Hurricane will damage a lot of the team a bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. They probably go into the Dragonite right now. There we go. They're going to withdraw the Iron Valiant. Are they going to go Dragonite? That's the question. They go Garchomp. Garchomp just to sack. Makes sense to me. As the Hurricane is unfortunately going to miss, but that's absolutely fine because we do outspeed the Garchomp if it's the Chunky Chomp. I like to call it Chunky Chomp. Let's go for the Bug Buzz real quick, and hopefully we get the KO here. There we go. Bug Buzz is going to come through and get the KO on the Garchomp. We knew what set it was straight away, so it was easy to get the KO there. As down goes the Garchomp. This leaves us open, though, to the Quaquaval switch in, which is unfortunate, but we do have the Pelipper in the back. In comes the Chien-Pao, so that's also a threat right there. They know we're not Choice Scarfed. I don't know why I keep saying Choice Scarf like Volcarona Choice Scarf is a thing. I might run Choice Scarf Volcarona at some point, you know. But anyway, we've kind of got to go Pelipper here, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Hopefully, after the Stealth Rocks, it's not a 2-hit KO, but I believe it will be. But that's absolutely fine if it is. Absolutely fine. We can handle that, no problem. As there we go, the Stealth Rocks are going to dig in, which is unfortunate. Drizzle's going to come down. As they go straight for a Terrestrialization. So they're going to Terrestrialize into probably a Dark type here or an Ice type. I would say a Dark type. They were definitely trying to get the KO on the Volcarona, which makes sense. So they are a Dark type, which is really unfortunate for Pelipper because there's no way Pelipper, even if it's physically defensive, there's no way it takes this Crunch. There's no way whatsoever. So Crunch comes through. That's going to hurt a lot. Pelipper goes down, unfortunately, as that's going to be GG because Chien-Pao just wrecks us from there. No, not really. Chien-Pao is a really good Pokemon, but we can definitely do stuff with it. So if we assume it doesn't have Sucker Punch, we could go into Dragapult. If we assume Great Tusk can take the hit, we can go into that. I know we can take an Icicle Crash or two, but I kind of want to go into Iron Jugulis right now and Terastallize into a Steel type and go for a Flash Cannon. That's what I really want to do, because I don't think Terra Ghost is going to benefit us that much with the Dragapult. I think Robolove over here, I think Iron Jugulis is going to put in work for us, so I'm going to go into that. We are Choice Scarf, so we definitely outspeed the Chien-Pao, so that's always nice. The question is, what do we do here? So I think going for the Flash Cannon is going to be beneficial to us. I think it is. I really do. I think going for a U-turn could be beneficial as well, because they're definitely going to go for an Ice-type move. We could play around that somehow. It's a tough one. Do we go for a Hurricane? Or do we go Flash Cannon? I think Flash Cannon is probably better, right? Let's go for the Flash Cannon. They're going to withdraw the Chien-Pao. What are they going to go into, though? What are they going to go into to take this hit? They go into the Goldengo. Makes sense on paper. It's going to go ahead and take some damage, though, from this Flash Cannon. This Flash Cannon is going to hurt like a truck. Definitely going to hurt like it's going to sting a little bit. It won't hurt like a truck. It'll sting a little bit. So we're going to Terastallize into a Steel type real quick. There we go. Nice and powerful. As we're able to go for a Flash Cannon real quick. So I kind of should have expected them to switch out there and gone for a U-turn or even a Dark Pulse, but it was just really risky. So Goldengo is going to take that like a champ. But it's fine. We do have a switch in. Oh, we don't have a switch in. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, Flash Cannon was a 2-hit KO from there, so let's go for the Flash Cannon again. Flash Cannon comes through. It is a 2-hit KO from where it was at, so that's great news. There we go. Flash Cannon comes through. They go for a Shadow Ball, obviously expecting us to switch out. Oh, no, not really. That's the best move they could go for, really. Gets the special defense drop, which is unfortunate, as we can go for another Flash Cannon now and get some damage off. Flash Cannon comes through. That's going to take out the Goldengo. Absolutely worth it, because Goldengo is such a big threat. I'm looking at the way this match is going, though, and I'm worried. I'm really worried about this matchup, because here's the thing. If the Iron Valiant isn't Scarfed and it's Specs, we might be able to pull this back with the Iron Jugulis. But in comes Quaquaval anyway. We do not have a good switch in whatsoever. We do not have a good switch in whatsoever, so I'm worried now. I'm thinking we go Great Tusk. Aqua Step is going to hurt like a truck. We can't sack Volcarona because I'll just give them a Moxie boost. I'm thinking we go Great Tusk. Get the booster energy going with the defense boost. I think we can definitely take a hit from this thing. The rain should wear off any turn now. So that's always a thing. So let's go into Great Tusk and see how this works out for us. So they're going to go for the booster energy is going to kick in. That's going to boost our defense by 1.3, I believe it is. As they go for the Aqua Step, we should be able to tank that even in the rain, as we do tank it. Okay, we tank it like a champ. Cool. So the tanking this is happening. The rain is going to stop, which means we can definitely take another one, no problem. I'm thinking we go for Knockoff first, just to get the... I don't know. Do we go for the Rapid Spin? No, we don't need to go for Rapid Spin. I say we go for the EQ. I say that we go for an EQ. They go for a Wave Crash. They've got Dual Water Stab. We live that, though. Thankfully, we live that, though, as we go for the Earthquake, and that's going to go ahead and do a lot of damage to them, which is great. So what we can do now is we can actually go into the Dragapult if we want to. We know Dragapult can definitely take a hit from this thing. It's whether Sucker Punch is going to work or not. Well, then again, what do we need this for? Not a lot, right? So they go for a Wave Crash, right? They go for an Aqua Step, right? Just now to get the KO. Which means Robolove's not going to outspeed anymore. We might be screwed. We could be screwed here. No, I think we're fine. The leftovers as well. Why are they leftovers? Let's go for a knockoff anyway. They go for an Aqua Step to take us out, which makes sense. Gets an extra speed boost, which is fine. It's going to take him to +2 speed. Quaquaval might be coming through for them right now. To be honest with you. So they're going to get a Moxie boost, which is really scary. Quaquaval is a very scary Pokemon in the OU tier. I've got to say, it's a really scary Pokemon. So, anyway, what do we do here? I suppose we go into Robolove and try and see if we outspeed with Choice Scarf. If we don't outspeed, we've got to focus. We've got to go Sucker Punch on the Dragapult. Oh, this is a bad matchup. Bad matchup. So, we could go into Volcarona and hope for the burn. I think that might be our only play, going for the Volcarona, hope for the burn. No, let's see if we outspeed with Hydreigon, with Iron Jugulis. Let's see if we still outspeed. We're Choice Scarfed after all, and we are timid. Are we timid? Oh, now I'm doubting myself. Now I'm doubting myself. I don't think we're timid, are we? Let's go for the Hurricane and see. Let's find out what we're going to do. No, we get outsped. We get outsped. We're done. We're done. I don't see how we can get around with this Quaquaval. I don't see how we can get around this Quaquaval. Really don't see how we can get around this Quaquaval. Really don't see how we can get around this Quaquaval. So Moxie's going to come in. That's going to destroy us. Oh, no. It's leftovers as well. Look at that health gain slowly back up to full. The only thing we've got really is if they're not Ice Spinner. That's the only thing we've really got. If they're not Ice Spinner. That's all I can really think. If they're not Ice Spinner, we can go for a Sucker Punch here. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch anyway, just to get some damage off. There we go. Nearly KOs from there. Not quite enough as they go for a Wave Crash. +2. KOs the Dragapult, no problem. But the recoil might be enough. The recoil might be enough here. The recoil is enough. So the Quaquaval goes down. So Volcarona's got a fighting chance here. Volcarona has got a fighting chance. Quaquaval goes down. Volcarona does not have a fighting chance. It has no fighting chance whatsoever. This is a very clean, to the point game, really, isn't it? So Chien-Pao comes in. Of course it comes in. There is always the chance that we live a crunch. Press X for doubt. I really doubt we live this. Let's go for the Bug Buzz and find out. So they go for a crunch. Can Volcarona live this with a sliver of HP? Do it for me. You didn't live. You didn't live. Didn't live. Didn't even get the Flame Body. Absolutely atrocious. But you know what? My opponent played really well. They had a really solid team. And I think this was definitely an upload-worthy battle. GG, Steven. That was a pretty fun game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.